Hi, Paul Slack, it's Good News Broadcast. Speaking to Peter Ho. Hi, Peter. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you, Paul?
Okay, Peter's Vice President and Product Manager at Wells Fargo Card Services. And we're going to talk about Wells Fargo and Visa rollout of rapid alerts for credit card holders and with text messaging, warning system, potential fraudulent activity. So it's good news always to know that something might be potentially not so good for you, right? So tell us what's happening.
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. So basically, Visa and Wells Fargo were very excited to announce the launch of Rapid Alerts for Wells Fargo Visa credit card holders. What Rapid Alert is, it's a service that notifies customers of specific transactions that occur on their account. These alerts are delivered via text message in real time. And what that really means in my own personal experience is I'm getting a text message before I'm signing the receipt at the cashier.
Wow.
So, real fast. Real fast.
What do you mean before signing a receipt so you put in, just like the store does, okay, I give him my Wells Fargo Visa credit card. I pay for a Subway sandwich. I put it in there, and before I know it, I'm getting a text message, whether this is me or somebody else? Is that right?
That's right.
Oi.
That's right. You swipe that card, and seconds later you get the text alert. You know, your phone's buzzing in your pocket, and if you want to look at it, chances are it's alert letting you know that your card was just used.
And that's in text form. You're sending us a message in that text form.
That's correct. It's being sent in the text message format. So you get a little notification in your phone, and then however you open that up, you open it up, and there's the information right there.
Wow. Okay. So who do you think this is good for? Everyone?
This is a service that could be used by everybody, and we have 6 different alerts that you can sign up for, or alert types that you can sign up for, and they span a broad range of activity that a normal person would use or experience on their credit card. Those 6 are when a transaction is declined, when the card is used at a gas pump for a gas purchase, when the card is used by a merchant overseas for a transaction, when the card is used for a cash advance at an ATM machine, when a card is used online on the phone or through a mail order, telephone order type of merchant, and then lastly, we allow our customers to set a threshold amount, and we'll notify you of transactions that occur above that amount that you set. Okay,
so now I've been through this, okay? So what you're telling me is good news in the sense that someone has used my number, okay? I've been with Visa for 30-plus years maybe, okay? And it just happens. Credit, somehow, who knew how it happened, but it did happen. One time, some kind of a big piece of equipment was purchased, one time something else. But in addition to the company was always totally honorable and dealt with and blah, blah, blah. The worst part of the situation is that I had to cancel my card and then start again. So anybody that I had direct payment with, you'd have to call everybody, and that's a little bit torturous. And of course, the situation that occurred is it's bad news to begin with. So this is a very good service, especially the kinds of types of texts you're suggesting, right? I mean, if you never do it.
Absolutely, and I think. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say. I mean, if you're never going to do anything international, right? Let's say that. I think I heard that one. Boy, that's a win.
Yeah, no, it's a huge win. And to your point and your example there, I think there are a number of different things that this service helps you out with. Unfortunately, if like you said, someone buys something on your card at a merchant, and although we take care of everything, at the end of the day, it's still probably the best thing to replace your card, right, with a new account number. But at least when that transaction happens, you're notified of it immediately. Versus in most cases, you find out about it on your statement a month later. And who knows, there may be more charges there. So getting to know that, hey, this is not me, I need to call the bank, and we need to shut this down quickly, that's one great feature of the service. But another thing that you mentioned, which I think is really interesting, is you said, well, I get a new account number, and I got to go back and I got to change or let all the merchants know that are on recurring payments. I got to let them know I got a new card number. And how many times have you forgotten? You just miss somebody. Right?
Yes.
They're just long lived. Right. You go to the health club, and basically, they
You're
go,
out.
sorry, sir, you can't work out. Right. and to start again, you got to pay a fee. Well, the nice thing about the decline transaction alert is basically it lets you know when a transaction's declined on the spot. So in the case of a health club, right, on a recurring bill pay, basically you get that text message. It's a quick reminder to you, oh, yeah, I forgot to notify the health club. Let me call them right now and hopefully avoid the service fee and the embarrassment of not being able to get into the club.
Oh, there's an interesting concept, too. Oh, that's a good one as well. Well, I think...
Right, and that's not too bad. I mean, health club is dealable. Actually, with my wife and I, we just had our cards reissued, and we forgot to notify the utility company. Lo and behold, we come home one night, and there's no electricity.
It's a very common thing. You just get used to doing. That's I guess to a certain degree why people do it. It's one of those things they don't just want to deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah. So this service is great for that. And like you said, hey, if I'm not traveling overseas or I don't do it often, when something pops up, hey, in fact, in our pilot population, we had someone who had that exact issue come up, sitting in her family room one day on a weekend and get the text message, oh, this transaction just occurred overseas.
Well, I think
me because I'm home.
I think also, the world is we're all in this together, all the people of the world, and somebody who's doing something not nice, of which, the very few that are not doing nice the way we see it, the Good News broadcast here, it's let's stop them from not doing something nice, right? Someone's using somebody, and so if it can be 30 days before, someone gets their statement, and in essence, you guys, because if you're able to deal with fraudulent situations earlier, that means then you can deal with that, and then maybe all the companies work together, and in essence it gets stopped probably quicker, and not everybody gets ripped off, because everybody, I imagine, that would get ripped off by a fraudulent situation, they're in pain too. So we owned a shoe store growing up, right? My dad got ripped off. Now my dad has to deal with this. He has to now deal with the company. He's lost the merchandise. He potentially even lost the sale, right, of that shoe, because he gave that shoe to somebody who was actually fraudulent, right?
Yeah.
Does that all make sense?
It makes a lot of sense, and it's just not that. It's also the time, right? I mean, we're increasingly time strapped and running around, and the last thing you want to deal with is the hassle of dealing with a fraudulent claim,
right?
On both sides, whether you're like your dad who's selling the good, or on our side who's the person who's dealing with the fraud. So being able to detect and manage that quickly, personally speaking, I think it's a great opportunity. I think also from a customer perspective, it's fast, it's easy. It's something you do regularly anyway these days.
Okay. You have a website where people can get more information about this?
Absolutely. So for people to learn more, you can go to rapidalerts.wellsfargo.com. You don't need to put the www in there, so you just type in rapidalerts.wellsfargo.com. Current Wells Fargo credit card customers can enroll online. We also understand that there are a number of Wachovia Bank customers in the area, and we are actually transitioning those Wachovia Bank credit card customers to Wells Fargo on April 10th, and after that date, Wachovia Bank Visa customers will also be able to enroll through rapidalerts.wellsfargo.com.
Okay, perfect. Peter, last question for you. What's good news for you?
Good news is I think we have a great service out here helping our customers manage their finances more effectively, and it's going to be a great day for me. So good news for me.
Okay, perfect. Peter, thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thanks for your time, Paul.
Take care.